Hello everyone, my name is Fiddle Maniac. Last week we had a very nice surprise with the open alpha for all PS4 users. The alpha that is usually kept only for the biggest YouTubers, the best streamers and the CDL pro players was open for everyone on PS4. That sent me right away to capture for you a few gameplays and make this video about the most important changes between Modern Warfare and the Cold War. Let's begin. Okay guys, let's begin with the edit class or the create class as you know it. I will make a separate video about it and give you all the options that are available here, but let's start with a few things that was mentioning. First of all, you can add up to 8 attachments on your primary weapon with a certain wildcard. As a secondary, guys, you can take the shotgun without using any perk, and guys, Dead Silence is back. Ninja is back. Such good news. We will be able to run again in the map. So let's run to the first map, and this is Moscow. I'm going to give you my honest opinion about the game. The thing is, it's not that easy to compare between Cold War and Modern Warfare. Infinity Ward and Treyarch are making such different titles over the years, so putting the games in front of each other head to head and compare them, it's almost impossible. But what I decide I'm going to do, I'm going to put my fingers on the thing I saw right away when I start playing Black Ops Cold War. The first difference I saw right away is the graphics. Now, I don't know if it's because such a premature stage as the alpha, but the graphics are not good as in Modern Warfare. Infinity Ward did an amazing job, especially with small details, and for now it is what it is for Black Ops Cold War. The second thing you see right away, guys, there are no doors. Thank God, that was such an awful decision of Infinity Ward to implement doors in the game. I'm happy it's behind us. The third thing, the good old minimap as you know it is back. I can't really recall if it was only in the beta or even the first days of the final build of Modern Warfare. They started again with no minimap at all, and then the community was so mad, so they brought back the minimap just without the red dots. Guys, put it all behind us. Let's go back to our roots as it should be. If you shoot with no suppressor, you will be shown in the map as a red dot, and that is great news. Another thing, the mountain is out. It's a thing that I believe Treyarch didn't like as Infinity Ward and then decided that in Black Ops Cold War, mountain will not be available. Another huge difference you feel right away when you start playing, guys, is the footsteps. The footsteps in Modern Warfare was so loud, it's actually destroyed the flow of the game. It's made the game slower. People were camping, people were not moving because they had the feeling that when they are running, they can be heard across the map. It's not like Black Ops, it's a completely silent game. It is not, but the difference is that the footsteps are not as loud as Modern Warfare, they are more accurate. If you will listen carefully, you can know exactly from where people are coming. From the back, from the front, from the left side, from the right side, and this is the smart change. It's not loud, it's accurate, and I think it will be a very good change to make the game much faster than Modern Warfare. This is the Miami map. I think out of all the maps that were presented to us in the alpha, I think Miami was the one that I really didn't like. It's like the Piccadilly of Cold War, but I don't know, take a look and you decide what you feel about it. Another big difference between the two titles, and I think it is something people are going to talk about because it is a game changer, it's the handling mechanic, the way you control your operator. Now, listen, I will not lie to you, the first few minutes I played Cold War, it felt really stiff, it felt really bad actually. You know, it felt nothing like Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare handling, Modern Warfare control is amazing. It's an absolute control in your operator. But what is the problem with that? That people learned how to abuse the game, how to abuse the cameras, how to break the cameras. They used to drop shot, slide canceling, bunny hopping just to break and abuse the game. Now in Black Ops you can do all of those, but you will not break anything. The only thing that is going to happen, your movement is going to become faster. Your movement is become better, and that's, I think it's the idea behind drop shooting and bunny hopping, so I think it's for the best. Now that's a sight I love to see. Guys, map vote is back. Such a simple change, but I love to see it back. Now another thing we need to talk about, they are not breaking the lobbies after each game, and that's really nice. If you like the lobby, you feel that you're playing with nice people that are competitive to you, you can stay there. But you know what? If they are not breaking the lobbies every game, what will happen to our next subject, and that is the SBMM. Now, during and of course after the weekend of Alpha Cold War, the number one trending in gaming in Twitter with more than 90,000 mentions is the SBMM. Now, I tell the truth, I didn't experience a lot of SBMM in the game because I was playing few games, captured them, and then went back editing, and when I finished, the weekend was out. But I think that if this trending and if people were continue to talk about SBMM and it will help to reduce it in Cold War, I think it's for the best for the community and for the game itself, because in Modern Warfare it was too much of a thing. By the way, this game mode is the Combined Arms, the game mode that everybody's talking about. This is the new ground war, actually, with a few changes. They added a 6 flag, flag F. The total amount of players that will play the game is 24, 12 each team, which I think is a really good change, because for me the ground war in Modern Warfare was too much of a mess. Maybe it's because I'm a very typical traditional COD player that likes the high rhythm, high flow of 6v6 playlist, but it is a nice game mode, and I think also the tanks and boats are pretty cool. I just hope they will not be OP, but we will have just to wait and see. Now, for this game mode, I think snipers and marksmen, it's a really good game for them. And if we're talking about this marksmen and snipers, I think they were really overpowered in this weekend of the Black Ops Cold War Alpha. There were talks about it that because of there was no crossplay in the alpha, so the snipers were overpowered just to gather more information for the developers. But I'm going to talk more about it on my next video. Another change you can see, the glittering is actually not that existing like in Modern Warfare, that you can see the sniper scope glittering from far away. So I think it's a good change for the snipers, because it was too much in Modern Warfare, the glittering of the scopes of the snipers. The next map is the last map that was presented to us in the Black Ops Cold War Alpha weekend, and it's called Satellite. It really reminds me of Afghan, if you remember, from Modern Warfare 2, which I loved Afghan, and I really like this map as well. I think it's a really decent one. As you can see, I'm using the AK-74U, which is by far the meta weapon in this Alpha weekend, but I don't worry, because it's only the Alpha, and the beta is coming, and the final build is afterwards. And the difference between Treyarch and Infinity Ward, the Treyarch are listening. Even in such a premature stage as the Alpha, they are listening to the community, so the balance will be there, the changes will be there, I can assure you that. The biggest mistake Infinity Ward did this last year is that they didn't listen to the community at all. I'm following the biggest YouTubers, the biggest CDL players, the biggest streamers, and you know what? They are the heart and the soul of the game. But Infinity Ward just ignored them this last year, and I really believe Treyarch will act differently. Now, another thing I think a lot of guys are going to like. Guys, prepare yourself please, because your KD, your KDR is going to be buffed. Actually, this year in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, we are moving to a different method of counting kills or elimination. They started to use a method that was here in the previous Black Ops. It's called every assist counts as a kill. When you're shooting someone, as here above his card, you see that I did 100% damage to the player. But if, for example, I would shoot him 30% and then somebody else will shoot the other 70%, it's still going to be count as a kill to me as well. So it really means that everybody KD is going to be tripled, at least. Now we're going to talk about the next thing, and this is the kill streak, and you know what, it's now actually a score streak. It's a complete new method, they're calling it hybrid method of the score streaks, and it's a bit complicated, and I'm going to have to make a separate video about it. The main idea now that the streaks is about score. They are not reset if you're going to die, but if you're going to a streak, if you're going to kill people without dying, then you're going to have a bigger multiplier. And with bigger multiplier, it will be easier to get to the bigger streaks. Another big change that is coming to Black Ops Cold War, and I think it's for the best, is that TTK. The TTK in Cold War is longer than that time to kill in Modern Warfare. It takes more bullets and more time to put in your enemy in order to kill it. I'm actually making a video of the 6 phrases that is every COD player have to know, and TTK it's there also, and I'm going to explain more about it in depth. But the main idea is that less experienced player in Modern Warfare are able to kill more experienced player because the TTK it's really fast. It takes less bullets and less time to kill someone. The TTK in Modern Warfare, I think it's around 119 milliseconds if you are shooting in the upper torso, and here in Black Ops it's going to be something about 330. And I really think it's a great call by Treyarch to go back to longer TTK. So this is all the differences that I can put my fingers on. Guys, listen, we still have time. It's only the alpha. The beta is in front of us, and then we have time till the final build. And I think we're going to have a decent game. This alpha for sure is going to bring with him big debates. I think one of the biggest debates going to happen is about the handling mechanic, the control. After the complete and absolute control in Modern Warfare, now going back to Black Ops Cold War, it will feel a bit, you know what, a bit video game. It will feel a bit arcade, but I think people it will take time and they will get used to it, because you know Modern Warfare was a great game graphic wise, mechanic control wise, but I didn't like all the small changes. I didn't like the minimap, I didn't like the strict SBMM system, I didn't like the breaking camera, the abuse of the camera. It had the potential to be a perfect game, but they didn't listen to the community. This is the bottom line. Guys, this is it. This is my first ever video in English. I hope you enjoyed it. I did my best. In the next few days I'm going to publish more videos, and I'm going to translate more videos from a native language to English, and I hope you will find interest in it. If it was interesting for you, please give me a like, do subscribe, and wait for my next upload. My name is Fiddlemaniac. Remembering my name, I'm going to bring you more quality videos in the future. This is Fiddlemaniac, out.